The 2025 Lexus UX. We have a lot of new updates to talk about, but stay tuned until the end of this video where I will be sharing with you how you can save a substantial amount of money on new Lexus vehicles. All right, let's get started with the highlights of this UX. So this is the first Lexus vehicle powered by the 5th gen hybrid system with up to 196 horsepower. We're going to be getting the standard 12.3-inch multi-information display for the premium and the F-Sport trim levels. We're also getting that new copper crest exterior color, so if you like that, there you go. And with these UX vehicles, you're getting the Lexus Safety System 3.0 Plus as standard, and as of right now, March of 2025, the starting price, it is $37,490, and that includes destination. Okay, so let's get into some of these details here. As mentioned before, we have the new 5th gen hybrid system. This is a new hybrid transaxle, and it's got a lightweight lithium-ion battery pack, of course producing more power, 196 total system horsepower, and that's why these vehicles have been renamed to the UX 300H. And this 2025 Lexus UX 300H, it's actually been on sale since early 2024. But regardless of that, this is still the first Lexus to utilize that 5th gen Lexus hybrid system. It pairs together the inline 4-cylinder 2-liter engine with 2 motor generators through that planetary type CVT transmission, which is a bulletproof hybrid system. Lexus is assuring us that this vehicle will provide us with responsive performance, and both of the electric motors, they work together to charge a compact and lightweight lithium-ion battery, and this replaces the previous system's nickel metal hydride battery pack. And this all-new 60-cell lithium-ion battery, it will be located under the rear seats. And for 2025, a shift-by-wire technology has been introduced to the UX 300H, converting the shift operations into electrical signals. With no mechanical connections, this setup helps enable a quicker and more seamless shifting experience. This all-new UX 300H, it can do a 0 to 60 time of 7.9 seconds when you go with the all-wheel drive. And if you opt for a front-wheel drive UX 300H, it'll do 0 to 60 in 8 seconds flat. So the all-wheel drive is just quicker by 1/10 of a second. And speaking of the all-wheel drive, Lexus calls it the E4 all-wheel drive system. So it's got a permanent synchronous motor at the rear axle, which is supposed to give us nearly instant power. When you go with the front-wheel drive models, you do get better fuel economy. So Lexus estimates that the combined fuel economy figures on the front-wheel drive, it's going to be 43 mpg, and with the all-wheel drive, the combined fuel economy, it drops by 2, so you get 41 mpg combined. Whether you like it or not, this vehicle continues to utilize the Lexus spindle grille. I'm honestly a fan. I like it. I think it differentiates itself pretty well from its slightly more generic rivals. Overall, I think it's unique, but comment below, let me know your thoughts regarding the looks of this Lexus UX. This is the smallest SUV offered by Lexus, but I do think that this design is rather striking. The way they have the wheel arch moldings designed, it's done in a way to protect the body from flying gravel off the tires, and it's also designed to channel airflow over the edges to reduce turbulence and lift, which all contributes to the vehicle's stability. And the way they have the rear taillights designed, it's got those little aero stabilizing blades, and along with that, the air is going to be guided around the rear of the UX, once again reducing the turbulence and the lift. Plus, this will also help you out during cornering and when driving in crosswinds. There's also a wing-type spoiler at the rear edge of the roof, along with a flat underbody of the vehicle, all contributing to the vehicle's quietness, the fuel efficiency, and the aerodynamics. I do like the fact that Lexus is giving us the copper crest exterior color as an option with all of the trim levels. So you got the base, you got the premium, you got the F-Sport design and the F-Sport handling at the top, and then you can add all-wheel drive to all of these trims. And standard with all of these UX models, you're going to be getting 18-inch run-flat tires. With the F-Sport models, you do get a more sportier wheel option, but wish they would have given us a spare tire. That way we could have utilized a quieter tire to make this compact SUV feel as refined as possible. But oh well, it is what it is. To help this vehicle handle well, Lexus claims that there is an extensive use of high tensile steel, along with high strength adhesives and laser screw welding. All of this is supposed to result in a highly rigid structure. And with that rigid structure, it's supposed to give us not only really good handling, but it's supposed to improve your ride quality as well. They also focused on giving this vehicle a lower center of gravity, which once again helps with the confidence in the handling. We still have the McPherson strut front suspension, but in the rear we do get trailing arm double wishbone rear suspension. You also have some technology to help you out regarding the handling, like active cornering assist and vehicle stability control, of course. And finally, if you really care about driving, we do have the F-Sport models. First of all, we have the F-Sport design for the people who don't quite care all that much about the driving performance. They just want to look cool. So there is that. And then you have the true F-Sport handling model. It's when you go for the handling model, that's when you get the active variable suspension, the AVS. Lexus claims that this is supposed to offer sharpened handling, stability, and improved overall ride comfort. And this seems to be true. In the Lexus lineup, the true F-Sport handling models seem to be some of the best driving Lexus vehicles. They end up being the most refined, the cleanest handling, and the models with the least amount of compromises out on the road. So if you're able to pay up for the F-Sport handling models for just about any Lexus, you're going to be rewarded with a great driving product. These F-Sport models also get exclusive sport seats, which I personally do like, but some people don't like the F-Sport seats, so it's something that you're gonna have to check out for yourself. But regardless, the F-Sports, they do come with the power steering column, nice luxury touch there, along with the heated steering wheel. You get the aluminum sport pedals, and new for the 2025 model year, the F-Sport handling also has a standard power rear door with a kick sensor. I also appreciate this interior space on the all-new 2025 UX. This entry-level UX actually provides us with a rather sturdy cabin, and for this latest model year, we do have a larger 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, although that's for the premium and the F-Sport models. On the more base model, you're getting the 7-inch digital gauge cluster. Regarding the infotainment screen, the 8-inch infotainment is actually standard on the base, premium, and the F-Sport design models. Only on the F-Sport handling model is the 12.3-inch infotainment screen standard, but of course you can get packages on the other trims to get the larger infotainment screen. But what I love most is they have maintained the physical buttons and switches for your HVAC. That is so good. I would, however, at least go with the premium model because it comes standard with the heated and ventilated front seats. You also get a moonroof along with rain sensing windshield wipers, auto dimming rear view mirror, and power rear door with the kick sensor. You will be getting the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard with the 2025 UX. There will be an available heads-up display if you care about that. And as mentioned before, you're going to be getting all of the useful safety tech features because you get Lexus Safety System 3.0 Plus. I know I said that the F-Sport handling models are really great regarding Lexus, but with the UX, I personally would not go for it. The reason why is because this is not a product that I want to overspend on. If you truly like the UX and you want to get one, I would not go much further than just a UX premium, and I would probably even stick with the front wheel drive because all-wheel drive, it's almost like an additional $1,500. And if you do end up getting an all-wheel drive F-Sport handling, you're going to be at $47,550 once again as of March of 2025. That is wild. This thing is not worth anywhere near $50,000. No, I'm sticking with a front-wheel drive premium version for $40,715. And as promised at the beginning of this video, here's how you can save a substantial amount of money on new Lexus vehicles. You can go to AutoCompanion.com. AutoCompanion is one of the largest car brokers in the United States. This is a company that I am affiliated with. They are primarily located in the Washington, D.C. area, but they are able to ship nationwide, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for if you need that service. Otherwise, you can save on that by picking up at D.C. and driving back to your destination. And his website is still new, but right now you can see that he's got 8% off the MSRP on the NX 350 Premium and the RX 350 Premium as well. Keep in mind, these are not hybrids or plug-in hybrids. These are the pure gas models of the NX and the RX. You'll notice that he currently does not have the UX deals posted. That's because almost nobody buys the UX. Most people, they just simply end up getting the NX because it's just a far better vehicle. Like, I don't hate the UX. It's not a bad vehicle, truly, but the value just isn't there because you just step up a little bit and you get that NX. You're getting a much larger and much more lavish vehicle to drive around in. And you're getting a much more powerful vehicle as well because that new turbo engine in the NX 350, it really does move. Yeah, the UX is hybrid, gets really good fuel economy and all that, but let's be honest, the typical Lexus buyer, they're not really hurting for cash too much. So they're going to appreciate for the most part the opulence that the NX has to provide. But regardless though, I do remember him advertising some UX deals. It was like 6% off MSRP. It might be more now, or it could be even less, who knows. But if you are interested in the UX, he does carry them, of course, with his partner dealerships. And you'll see on the ES sedan, he's got 10% off the MSRP. Truly one of the best sedans in the luxury segment that you can get. Anyway, if you want to work with AutoCompanion and if you want to take advantage of these deals and discounts, go to AutoCompanion.com, fill out one of his inquiry forms. He does charge a broker fee to access these deals, but he did say that if you mention my channel in his inquiry form, he would take some money off of that broker fee, and I really appreciate him doing that for my audience. And I do think that his fee is well worth it because you're getting these popular luxury vehicles at pretty much under invoice, especially when you tack on some of the incentives as well. Like if you decide to lease these products, some Lexus vehicles like the NX, they'll provide you with additional lease cash of over $2,000. And that lease cash is going to stack on top of AutoCompanion's dealer discounts. So depending on the model and the trim level, you're saving like almost $7,000 off the MSRP. That is really good. Plus it's dealerships, they don't play any extra games. There is no additional nitrogen fees and tint fees and all this other nonsense. You just get the car that you want and then you leave. It is the most stress-free new car buying experience that you can possibly have. But if you also want to try and negotiate on your own, AutoCompanion has a free leasing calculator, which I will have linked in the description box below. This is a very powerful tool because it shows you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. So you can have fun running numbers with that. Or if you want to skip the hassle, you can certainly use AutoCompanion's service. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.